Welcome, Southbridge Business Partnership meeting here at the Jacob Edwards Library. Thank you very much to our hosts here, the Southbridge Jacob Edwards Library, and the Friends of the Jacob Edwards Library who are hosting this for us tonight. It's great to have you all here. And but first off, I want to start off with a bunch of new members. I got Dylan Ebog from Renewal by Anderson, who's here tonight, new member. Julie Fitzgerald, Fitzgerald Performing Arts. She's going to be working down at the Crane Street space, so they're putting a dance studio, and then she's going to be working on the stage in the back and performances going on, so bands and everything else. So that's forthcoming pretty soon in the fall. So, and William Powers, I didn't see him, so he had signed up, but he's not here tonight. So. Anyways, those are new members that are joining our group. Again, we're getting a little bit bigger. The big thing on our event calendar coming up is Autumn Fest. So our biggest fundraiser of the year, pretty much how we manage and run this group is mostly from that event. That's going to be on September 20th down at the Southbridge Town Common. And two bands, food trucks, we've got games for the kids, arts and crafts things, and then we're also partnering with the Southbridge Police Department, who is going to be doing their Unity in the Community event. And so it's going to be an interesting day. We're going to have a lot of things going on down at the Common, so make sure you got September 20th marked on your calendar, and starts at 10 o'clock and runs till 5 p.m. So it's going to be a great event, and hope everybody shows up for that. Tonight we've got Bernadette Mead from the Jacob Edwards Library and the Friends of the Library doing a presentation tonight, and I'm going to bring you right on up and get you going. We do have some people that are going to be scooting out the back because they have there's other things going on tonight.
Oh, okay. So hi, everybody. I'm Bernadette Mead. I'm vice chair of the Jacob Edwards Library board, and also I am a member of the Friends of the Jacob Edwards Library, and also I'm the chairperson of an ad hoc committee that's building the Jacob Edwards Library Chess Park. So I'm going to first talk to you about the Friends. If you would like to be on the Friends mailing list, put your John Hancock in here and we'll put you on our mailing list for the Friends. We can pass that book around. Friends was incorporated in 1989. We are a 501c nonprofit organization. And the mission of the Friends is to be a fundraising arm of the library to help with different programs, be it museum passes, like museum pass to the Ecotarium, buying furniture, books, whatever the library needs, and they can help donate to that. And I have the handout for the slides. Sorry that it's in black and white, but it's there. The other programs that the Friends help sponsor is at Christmas time, the Christmas Gingerbread House program they have for the children, and the summer children reading program. This title this year was Level Up, correct? Yes. I would like to introduce the officers of the Friends. Carolyn, our president, couldn't be here. Doreen, our vice president. Andrea, our secretary, and our treasurer, Barbara. We have an open free membership. We meet every first Monday of each month at 1 o'clock in this same room here. And you can zoom in on the meetings if you can't come in person. And we also have a monthly book sort to get ready for our main fundraising, which is our book sales. And I have included in your handouts is a flyer for the next book sale, which is in November. We do it twice a year, November and April. And this room will be wall-to-wall books for all ages and all topics. We also sell DVDs, CDs, and we've added puzzles, jigsaw puzzles, since they became a big thing in COVID days. And we also sell plants. because everyone needs a plant, right? And then the neat thing that we started last year, I believe, for any teacher that shows up at the book sales, they bring a bag or we provide them a bag and they have their ID, they can fill their bag up for free, as many books as they want, to support the educator of our community. Now, if you can't make it to the book sale, you might have noticed when you walked in here to the far right, I guess if we're going this way, there's book carts. And there are books that you can buy pretty economically. A hardcover copy book is $1. Children's books are 50 cents. Paperbacks are 50 cents. And any time that the library is open, you can avail yourself of looking at those book carts. If you need a vacation read or something, and you pay the staff, the library staff. We also do raffles. Last year we did a quilt raffle, which was quite beautiful. And now we're currently, for the November book sale, there'll be a raffle since it was Level Up about gaming, we decided to do a gaming raffle. So there's 16 plus games in this, plus a gift card to Amazon. And the tickets are pretty reasonable. Hopefully you'll see this raffle basket at the Autumn Fest. You'll see we'll be selling tickets there. And the April one probably will be a gardening raffle basket. We also, try to get involved in the community, and some of the events that we went to the town, baby shower, we go to the Senior Center Wellness Fair, the Autumn Fest, got it right then, the Quarterstone Bank Wellness Fair, to get the word out about the library and help people read, and give them the availability of getting books to read. So, any questions about the Friends? Again, sign up on the book there, and you can be on our mailing list, and we'll keep you informed about our different projects. If you go on the Jacob Edwards Library website and you scroll down to library, you'll see that there's a site for the Friends of the Library. We're on Facebook, it's Friends of the Library, and we have their email there if you ever have a question. So that's the Friends. And we appreciate that you allowed us to sponsor you tonight. Well, we do books. We collect books. So in your folder, there's a little card saying that if you have books in your house that you no longer are reading, and if you're intending to move anytime soon, you want to get rid of those books, we could come even pick them up for you. Or you can just contact the email and we can tell you how to donate your books. Usually you have a lot of books. So the other hat I have, I don't know if anybody, I know some people in this room has heard about one of the projects for the Jacob Edwards Library via the board is our community chess park. So I would like to just introduce you to the idea about this chess park. I think it's going to be a very positive thing for our community. So, a lot of people come through the doors of the Jacob Edwards Library. Who came through the doors in 2024? We're open a lot of hours, over almost 60,000 visits by patrons. We have a lot of great programs, and a lot of people come to them. And then plus people use these rooms for different meetings. We do people come here to help tutor students. There's a lot of things that this library does besides loaning out books. And it's not just this community that comes to this library, because it's such a lively place and has so much different programs. It's just not the Southbridge community that's coming here. People are coming from Connecticut, and they're coming from all parts of central Massachusetts. So how about chess? So anybody here play chess? Yeah, so there's chess. So about 45 million people play chess. It's becoming one of the more popular board games. It's, stimulates one's memory. It's a good game. It's social interaction, and it's played by all ages, from young people to senior citizens. And it's actually gaining a lot of traction because now it's also online too. But as one parent said, I'd rather have my child come to a regular chess board and have a live human across from them rather than doing it online. So I think this will be a positive thing for those people too. When the library is open on Saturday mornings, the Southbridge Chess Club meets here, and it's for 2 hours every Saturday morning. And anybody of any age is invited to come to learn how to play chess or to sharpen their game. And we've had a really good participation by all age groups. And one of our success stories was a teacher came from the Munson High School. She's interested in chess. She borrowed the chess boards, brought them back to her high school, developed a chess club, 50 plus members. They've been to tournaments, won some tournaments. So, having this, 2-hour program, we've actually spread the word about chess. So we have an ad hoc committee, subcommittee of the board, and these are our members from all walks of life. Good group of people. So this is Mr. Cohen, a landscape design architect, developed the design for our chess park. And this, it will be under, the part of where the pencil sculpture is. That's the part of the library landscape it's going to be in. And so basically it's going to have a big chessboard that you can play chess. Then there'll be 5 surrounding tables. And see the big chessboard, you can, play with big chess pieces. And then so that we could expand it to just not be for chess and other board games, we also have a granite sitting area so that the community can use it for other programs, be it concerts, be it lectures. So the main goal is chess, but it's going to be available for other activities within the community. So our mission and vision for this is to bring the community together for a recreational activity, to kind of bring people of all ages and all cultures into the chess park, and that it will improve Southbridge. Again, chess improves mental health. It's a good social interaction game. And we're, bringing another hallmark of a space to the main street of Southbridge. And again, I think this will bring just not people from Southbridge, it will bring people from all, other areas. So we're in our phase 1 where it's planning, design, and fundraising, and then we'll go into construction, and then I'll welcome you all back someday for the grand opening. And then we're making contingency for ongoing maintenance. So we also have an interest in getting chess out to the community. So in the fall, we're going to be beginning to do an outreach to the local community schools to see how we can help them develop chess clubs. And then when we start doing that, then we'll be hosting chess tournaments. We have endorsements today. We got endorsement from the Mass Chess Association, who are very, very excited about this park and about what we're doing with the game of chess in Southbridge and at the library. Obviously, I'm doing my dog and pony show here. And we have a social media presence on the library and on the town website, and we'll continue to, update that. How much is going to cost? So we think it will cost $500,000. How are we going to get that money? Through grants, donations, and different fundraising initiatives. This is kind of it's not the whole budget, but this is kind of, in the main nuggets of the budget. The construction costs, now we'll have to use prevailing wage, so that's going to go up. And also the, materials, the cost of materials might be different a year from now than they are now. The chess tables are $500 each. The big, the whole large chess pieces, that total is $599. We're going to have 20 sets of, regular chess boards so people can play at the tables. Security camera, obviously. We'll have seating for people when they sit on the granite seating. They'll have soft seating that they can get out of bins. We're going to have a sound system. We're waiting on that estimate. And then, we have the contingency to maintain this for, many, many years to come, be it repairs, be it replacement, keeping it clean and keeping it the upkeep. And that's to be determined. So how are we trying to do fundraising initiatives? Again, we're looking for endorsements from, and like even the Mass Chess Association might be doing some sponsorship for us. There's going to be different areas of fundraising. You can buy a brick. You can buy a table, you can buy a chess piece, you could buy a chess set. You can have your name etched on the large board or on the seats. And then we have different donor levels according to the different pieces of the chessboard. I know you all want to be kings, right? Yeah, okay. Come on down. But why support this project? I think it will, again, you'll have the people that donate to this project will have public recognition either through etchings or recognition plaques at the park. Again, we hope to keep, really include our donors, support them by making them a part of this park. And everything's tax deductible. So, how to donate? You can, go up to the front desk up there and just write your check or cash up and give it to the staff here. Or it can be made through the Southbridge town website, which is almost done in completion. And there you'll be able to scroll down on the on-bill pay where you pay your real estate taxes. Well, you'll see that there be a section for the chess park. And there we'll be able to accept cash, check, Venmo, PayPal, whatever way you want to pay, donate. So, questions? I appreciate you listening to me. Questions? Thoughts? Suggestions? You can email me anytime with any question, thought, suggestion. If you want to become part of our committee, you're most welcome to be part of our committee. We're always looking for new members. And then if you go on the Jake Edwards Library site and you, again, about the library, there's a specific, if you scroll down, there's a specific section for Chess Park, and all our minutes and agendas for all our meetings are there. And again, you're most welcome to join our meeting anytime. Questions? Well, I appreciate, and if you want to be, again, on our mailing list, just sign this book before you leave, okay? Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It was great. It's open mic. Does anybody have anything they want to talk about? Events, business activities?
Yes, I'm wearing my golf shoes. The 30th annual TCA golf tournament's coming up on September 13th. There are definitely foursomes and spots ready, sponsorships and things like that. It should be great fun. So if anyone would like to do that. I also have raffle tickets for a lottery tree. So if anyone wants those tonight, I've got those. And then we're doing an alumni weekend attached to that. So on the Friday, if you went to any of the schools here in Southbridge, the Catholic schools, 5 to 9, there's kind of an open door at the gym. At Trinity Catholic Academy. Saturday, we've got the golf tournament. And then at night, 5 to 9, there's an alumni social at Timber Yard Brewing Company. And then Sunday, September 14th, there's an alumni mass at Notre Dame at 10. And then there'll be refreshments after an alumni basketball game at 1. So that information has been on this channel for each of the last few meetings. But I have some flyers, so if anyone wants to register, or anything else, then feel free to see me. And that's what we got. It should be really great. And I think moving on from this point, there's always going to be an alumni Friday night get-together at the golf tournament. So, yeah, I think that's what our plan is.
All right, sounds good. I hate to say it, but I was part of the first golf tournament, so.
Hi, everyone. Just wanted to let you know that on September 27th from 10 to 12, we're having a meet and greet at the Optical Heritage Museum at 12 Crane, and that's in conjunction with Moon Magic, with 12 Crane and the Cannery, the Friends of the Trail, and who else we got here? And the Last Green Valley. And basically it's a start to sort of cross-sell our businesses to a broadened network, especially as the rail trail comes in and officially opens in November. This is sort of a preview to this network of these other businesses that we can leverage. So it's just, a continued part of supporting the partnership through this networking event, and we'd love it if you could join as well. So again, September 27th from 10 to 12. And of course, we're going to be featuring the Moon Magic coffee there. So please come.
Hi, Llewellyn Corkum from Gateway Players Theater. Since you're in the library now, please go upstairs into the main lobby and check out our exhibit we have up there. Gateway Players has been part of Southbridge for 50 years. Not a lot of nonprofits can say that in this community, and we're very proud of that. So please go upstairs, check out our exhibit. We do have a show coming up the first 2 weekends in October called the Clumsy Custard Horror Show. It's not scary. It's a farce. So check it out. Thanks.
Well, anything else?
All right. Hi, everybody. Jazz Yoga Health and Wellness here. And I want to let everyone know that I'm part of a Southbridge Latino History Project that we are doing as a steering committee in conjunction with the Latin American Business Organization, that has ties to Southbridge and their origins. And our steering committee made up of 5 of us, myself, Severina Rios, Charles Diaz, who is our cable access channel producer, Jesus Suarez from RMG, and my cousin Elizabeth Cruz, who is the president of the Latin American Business Organization and who was born and raised in Southbridge. And this was her idea. I don't know if anyone's familiar with the Worcester Latino History Project. This idea came from there, where we really wanted to have, Southbridge make its mark in regards to our Latino community and the contributions that our the first families that came into Southbridge. And many of you are familiar with Mr. Robert Brown's book, The New Englanders, that talked about the first families in Southbridge and included the first Puerto Rican family. And so this project is really near and dear to my heart. Mr. Brown was my 5th grade teacher, and he actually inspired me to be a writer. And so we really want to invite everyone. We have a kickoff event on September 29th here at Jacob Edwards Library at 6:30. And we are looking for sponsors for, to put this project together. We've been interviewing families and family members of different people. And if you have any, any ties or anyone that you'd like to send to us that we should be interviewing, this is a multi-year project. And so we really want to get as much information and connect with as many families and get as many artifacts connected to the Latino community here in Southbridge. So thank you. And thank you to the American Optical Museum that is also collaborating with us, and Margaret from Jacob Edwards, who so graciously, gave us a lot of the different pieces of history. So thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Jasmine. We have anybody else that'd like to speak?
So most of you know me from a lot of different hats, but it's Southbridge Holiday Vision time, and I'm going to say this at every single meeting for the next few months. We are trying to get things moving for this. I plan on posting on Facebook for the first weekend in September, the 5th, 6th, and 7th. I expect to be at that warehouse every single day. So I will post hours, and those of you who are available, or if you know people who might be interested this year in helping out in some large or small way, come and see what we're all about. Pick up a paintbrush, a broom, whatever it is you are good at. Pick up a screw and hold it for somebody, assist. But we've got some projects that we're working on for the Autumn Fest, a new project. Last year, the kids did ornaments for the community tree, and it worked out really well. We actually ran out of those. And so this year, we have a new item that the children or adults could maybe decorate and take part again in a community tree for this year's event, which is November 29th, I believe. Let me just make sure I got that right. The Saturday after Thanksgiving is when we have our parade and our event on the town common. So if you are interested, anyone here, look us up on Facebook on Southbridge Holiday Visions.
8th, 9th is when we start putting decorations
Oh,
out.
the decorations, yeah, he would know. He's there. We usually start to distribute the decorations. Distribution weekend will be the 7th, 8th, 9th. Well, technically 8th and 9th, starting in November. But before we can distribute them, we must fix them. We must make sure that what we brought in from last year has been refurbished, and those things that we might want to create and be new for this year are done. So keep an eye on our Facebook. That's where we post our hours randomly. Sometimes we can give you a few weeks notice, and other times it just pops up. On Thursday, it turns out I have 4 hours on Sunday or Saturday or Wednesday night. So if you have some time or anything, just give it, donate it in for this town. Oh, email. Yes, you can email us at southbridgeholidayvisions@yahoo.com. And we'll get back to you on that. And again, you can message us on Facebook. We usually don't reply on Facebook, so we usually like to keep through our emails, because it's very difficult to keep everything in order like that. So, get on our mailing list. You give us an email, we'll tell you when we'll just send you an email, and you'll know when. If you don't come, you don't come, but you might want to. So, all right, Southbridge Holiday Visions this year, November 29th. We will see you all before then. Thank you.
All right. So the Hyde 150th was on August 2nd, and we had Boston Band, Beacon Street Band played. I'll let Denise come up.
Yeah, Bob helped out in the company. We did Hyde's anniversary had some great tours, and a lot of wonderful employees spent their Saturday working hard on making sure people got to see what was happening inside the company after 150 years. But what was really important to our president and CEO, Rick Clemens, was he really wanted fireworks. And so that was a labor of love. I jumped in because they were having a little bit of difficulty with that, and found Ocean State Pyrotechnics. I would recommend them to anybody. They were great to work with. They were down to earth, a family-owned business, and they took me through all the steps that we needed through the state. You have to be state approved. You have to be town approved. You have to be a lot of approved to make this happen. And I have to be remiss to say, I thank Chip Norton for allowing us to do it where we did on the end of the river. It was kind of everyone's used to the airport because we've done it a few times up there, but the police and fire did not want to do that. And actually, we did, to Chief Normandin and Chief Woodson's credit, they worked with me, but there was not ooh, yay, let's do fireworks here. It was an uphill battle for a while, and then it all became very apparent that it could work. And because of that, we were able to bring a 20-minute fireworks show to Southbridge. We offered up, listen to the live music, a few food trucks. We did lose our taqueria guy at 4 o'clock that day. His transmission went and he could not bring food. But everybody else had a good time. So fireworks went off at 9. I was told recently that people at Big Bunny's area, people in Sturbridge, people from all over actually were able to see these fireworks, which we were scared that they're going to go up, no one's going to see them. But we were very pleased with how the fireworks company worked out. The police and fire were extremely grateful that everything went well. We had a great security system set up, a great command center in case there was a problem, all the safety protocols. But ultimately, it exceeded my expectations. And for those who know me, that's not easy. But yeah, I would highly recommend them. And maybe we can bring it back, because I'm going to be telling you, this wasn't impossible to do. And it wasn't even as bad as maybe you might think. So as an organization, as companies, businesses, people, maybe it's something we should think about on a regular basis in some way. I'll put that out there and we'll see what happens. But it really was, it's tricky. You got to work with everybody, but it worked. And I think for us, we're very proud that we're able to do that. For this community, Rick was very adamant that it was for Southbridge. We didn't advertise a long time because we didn't want everybody else coming in and kind of taking over. We really wanted it to be more local. So we were told to keep it on the QT for a bit, and then, and that's pretty much, we didn't have.
Police were worried about.
Yeah, they're worried about, people coming in from all over the place and kind of not being Southbridge people and nice and, and respectful of our community. So it worked. Okay, so that was it.
Well, first of all, it was great, and maybe we can do a water fire like we talked about too. We talked about that for years. Anyway, I see the rail trail coming. I'm excited. I'm not sure it can be answered here, but I would like to know when a map might be available of how you get from one route to another. So that's a question that maybe can't be answered here, but that's being asked a lot now. Maybe at our event.
Cartologist again, Dick.
Yeah, maybe at our event we can hopefully have some more information. You know, it's not a question, it's a comment.
The next version of the town guide is going to have the rail trail on it. We're working on that now. It's in process. So
It's just where they connect, and, you know, it's a little iffy.
bigger map. So now you're going to be looking at this map will actually show how you get from River Street over to West Street. And then it'll take the rail trail into Dudley, but that's you know, it's only going to go to West Street, and then it won't go past that.
Okay, well, even that, that's
We'll have a dotted line to get there. So,
excellent. That's exciting. Anyway,
all right, everybody. Thanks for coming tonight. Thank you for Jacob Edwards Library and Friends of Jacob Edwards Library. Margaret, appreciate the space and the time. And everybody have a great evening. Thank you.